So what we're gonna do now is really simple. So we're gonna start to implement our class car and our class agency. So we wanna build a friendly agency that actually can rent cars to his clients and everything like that. So basically, you can actually see I created two classes, agency and car. Okay, so what we're gonna do next is really simple. So now you just have to think about. So this is a kind of let's say a project for beginner when it comes to collections. So now we're gonna start with the brand. So you just have to think about. So what are the things that a car have? Uh, okay, basically that's the question. So what are the things that a car has honestly? So so we can actually think about the brand, the car as a brand. And so I'm simply gonna put okay private okay um brand. So it's gonna be string type, okay, string private, okay, brand. And so and after brand we can actually get a model. And so we don't even care about the color. The color isn't important to us. So let's start with the price. Why not the production year? Production here, production year, and after so private. So this is gonna be so the price, the daily rental price. Okay, so now we're done with so the attributes of the car class, because you can actually imagine. So what are the things that a car has? So a car has brand, a car has model, a car has a production year, and a car has daily rental price. Because it's all about the agency. Because an agency is gonna give a daily rental price to his car. So afterward, we can actually so define our constructor, and it's going to initialize those attributes. So let's start with public. So sorry for this. Okay, public car. Okay, so brand, our model, production year, and so finally daily rental price. So afterward, so what we're gonna do next is really simple. So we can actually build, let's say, declare some getters to our attributes, a getter for brand, a getter for model, and so on. Okay, sorry for this. So I think we're done with not yet. So now we're done with getters and setters. So what we're gonna do next is to let's see. So we've already done everything here in a car class. So now So we're simply gonna use the so yes, exactly, to string. Okay, so we use to string here when we simply gonna if we wanna kind of print our car on a terminal. And so in that case, when you print a car on a terminal, um, a number is some set of a sequential numbers are gonna be displayed, and they're really confusing because you're not gonna understand anything. So we publish string to string, we can actually format this. We can actually format these numbers to everything we want to. So that's what we're gonna do. So you can actually return, let's see, return where we're simply gonna take so brand exactly. So now we can actually go to the agency class, and so what we're gonna do here is really simple. So we're simply gonna take um so actually so what can you notice here? Um so what are the things that an agency has? So an agency has cars, of course, an agency of rental cars. So it has cars. So in our case, we have to kind of use a list of cars because it's not only one car that an agency has. It has many cars. So in our case, I'm simply gonna use so the interface list. So for the dynamic array. Okay, let's take, okay. Um, this list is gonna store car objects, okay. And so, okay, I forgot to import, um, so the package Java util, and so definitely list, and so we're good here. And so, okay, I forgot the import. Okay, good. So now we can actually come here and I'm gonna put cars. And so you see, it's actually advising me to kind of to instantiate it here, but we can actually do it here. There is no problem with that, but I'd rather do it in a constructor. So I'm simply gonna choose the constructor in that case. So I'm gonna do public so agency and so cars exactly. And so now we are gonna think about um, the methods that our agency a class can actually have. So what are the things that an agency can do? So the behaviors of an agency. So an agency can buy cars, it can add new cars, it can remove some cars, and even know to select cars for people. So that's what we're gonna do here. So I'm simply gonna put public, okay, public, um, let's take public void. So add car, definitely good. So, um, but there's something is wrong here. Something is wrong here, and so what is it? So what is it? I mean, what is this a specific problem? So I'm simply gonna show you. So we're simply gonna use the if statement because maybe our user we can actually add a new car, and so that car can actually be agency. Our agency can actually own this car, and we don't want some duplicate. We don't want a duplication in agency class. So we want uniqueness. So in our case, I'm simply gonna use if, okay, car contains exactly. But I had another solution for this, but I'm gonna come to it shortly. Okay. So, or if, let's say sorry, car contains car. So this a method that you actually see here, cars dot contains a car. Contains is a list method that returns a boolean value, true or false. So here, if the car is actually in a list cars, it's going to return true, otherwise false. And so in that case, if we already have this class, this car, I'm simply gonna print like a friendly message that says a car already exists. Thanks. And so if not, I'm simply gonna put else. And so cars, definitely great. Your one statement, you don't need the braces, but it's still good. So after adding cars, we want to remove some cars. Exactly. Remove car. And so, and then we want to be able um, to select the cars based on their daily rental prices, or let's say their model or something like that. So let's say if I pass public, so public void select by um brand. So yes, exactly, brand. So for this, it's really simple. I'm simply gonna do like exactly an if statement. So I'm gonna get a brand of so the method that you actually see here, car the brand. So this is actually the brand of the object. So the for loop is simply gonna select so in our cars list is gonna select um each car at the time, okay, each car at the time, okay. And this method get brand was our getter for brand, and so the equals brand means we're simply gonna compare okay, sorry, so I didn't tap it enter, so now it's good. So equals brand is gonna compare the actual brand into this brand. So the brand that you see here is actually this brand. That brand that has been passed down by the user. And so if they're equal, I'm simply gonna print it. Okay, I'm gonna put car selected, and so I'm gonna put, let's say, I'm simply gonna print car. Okay, now you can actually see the advantage. Sorry, there is an error. Can actually see the advantage of to string it. If you want to string it, if you decided to print this on the screen like that, and something was gonna be printed on the screen that we're not gonna be able to understand. So with to string, we format string and everything. So in order to give some friendly message. So after that, okay, let's say we want to stop here, or we still want to do the same thing, but now for select by price. And for that, I let you do this um, in your own course. These were some examples um, to help you to understand deeply um, a collection, especially list. And so this is not a final end or the final improvement. We can still do something on this project, okay?